have sex. The paparazzi fan riot outside.
Okay, Michael. He can't turn it off, guys. He can't turn it off. Chance to act. All right, here we go.
I get a script.
It just comes to me.
I just have to.
We're rolling, right? I'm not wasting this, am I?
What?
We're rolling, right? This has gotta make it.
Wasting what? The gold? The gold that you think you're playing with?
Absolutely.
The cubic
The 2 lines you
zirconium?
gave us?
Energy I'm putting out.
Welcome to Theater of the Mind Flayer. We're back playing D&D, and this time we are playing Skulduggery Pleasant, based on the book series by Derek Landy. We do not own Skulduggery Pleasant. We do not own the imagery. This is basically just a fan introducing his friends to the world. Speaking of his friends, I'm Jacob Mason. This is Hercules Mays.
Hello.
We have Michael Briganti.
Friends.
And we have Charlotte Billing. How you guys going, friends?
Great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I just had my little lunch.
Your little
I'm all-
charcuterie and wheel cheese and
charcuterie to
a
go.
cracker that you
Compact.
snapped in the dip 5 times.
Yeah, but after you mix the dip, it was it was a lot.
You shouldn't have to
smoother.
mix the dip. It should be.
Pre-mix.
You should,
I don't know,
exactly.
that-
You should be able to.
Because that was a lot of garlic on top.
Yeah,
We
you
go
don't
for the
have to
little
go
garlic?
directly for the garlic, Michael.
What are you, a vampire or something?
Oh my god.
Oh,
We'll
speaking
see.
of vampires,
We'll
there are
see.
vampires in this world.
That was a quick segue.
Yeah.
Guys,
We're already.
Oh, you want to jump
we're
straight in?
professionals. We're professionals.
Charlotte's never played D&D
Type
before.
five.
Has played TTRPGs, but new to D&D. These guys are veterans. You
a
can see them in
one-shot.
our other
Did a
series. You can
one-shot.
see Charlotte in a number of our one-shots. I know you guys haven't read the lore doc. What are you excited about this world, Herc?
Honestly, I just think it's a fun take on like modern fantasy.
Yeah.
Like sort of thing where I just like I feel like D&D is like because it's always traditionally sort of that typical high fantasy. I think bringing it into a more modern world just gives it a fun sort of take on it.
Yeah. That's what I really like about this. It's very should hopefully be very role play heavy as well. Yeah.
I hope so, because I just pick some stuff for role play.
Because
So.
you're doing nothing. You're doing nothing. You picked your spells?
Yes.
Good. What are you excited about, Michael?
I think I'm excited to like flavor in like these, like the fantasy races and like the spells into like a world setting, but still having like the magical aspect.
Yeah.
Like my Eldritch Blast is still gonna be a blast, but
Yeah.
it might be
Yeah.
It's
like a-
flavoredly different.
Yeah, like a chromatic orb being a bowling ball that you kind of and then roll, write that
My
down.
Eldritch Blast is just a Glock.
Spoilers. Charlotte, what are you excited about when it comes to this world?
Okay, I'm excited to know what we're talking about. I'm
fair.
excited to be able to multitask and use this sheet and know what I'm looking at. And
Yeah.
I have to go, Michael, what am I?
Yeah.
And I'm excited to like create a world. You guys are used to going into like a place and creating a whole space and all these characters, and I'm excited to take myself there with you guys because
Cool.
I've never been able to do that. So I'm excited.
Yeah, over a long period of time. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
going to be a series. So, yeah, stick with us. We are going to be vaguely true to the books, but those of you hardcore nerds out there, apologies if we get things wrong or change things. These guys are going to be playing in the world of the first 3 or so novels, but if they, in the very first episode, kill Skulduggery Pleasant himself, then who knows what's going to happen?
How many novels are there?
They'll come after you.
15 or 16.
Do you have all of them?
Yes.
Which was your favorite?
I think the third one is my favorite. I'm not going to tell you why, but there's a character in there that I really like that you guys will run into. Yeah, terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. It's one of those book series that begin YA and then evolve as they go through. Lo-fi, fun times. Yeah. Well, I'm excited to share this world and these characters with you, so why don't we jump on in?
Let's do it.
Woo!
Good
We
job.
were synced up.
We open in modern day, where magic is real under the surface,
Magic
hidden
is
away
real?
from mortals.
Hidden away from mortals.
Oh God.
God, Michael, you're killing me.
This is the
Killing
energy. This
me.
is the energy we're starting. off
500
with.
episodes. Oh boy. Magic is real. Magic is under the surface. Anyone that has the ability to cast spells, shoot energy blasts, even those that are supernaturally fast and strong, are known as mages or sorcerers. Everyone else are known as mortals. We begin in a time of peace, about 100 or so years after the 300-year war ended. A war between the allies, the good guys that wish for sorcerers and mortals to live in harmony, that have discovered that in order to live in harmony, you have to keep it hidden away from the mortals. And the Church of the Faceless Ones. The Faceless Ones, these dark, ancient gods that supposedly brought about this world, and their followers that believe that mortals should be murdered, subjugated, used, led by Malevolent, this world's Lord Voldemort, and his 3 generals. The war ended with the Allies winning, Malevolent slain, and his 3 generals either disappeared, incarcerated, or bargaining for a truce and becoming an ally themselves. As we come to this modern day here in... What? I'm not listening. I'm on a roll. Butter me up. I'm on a roll. We come back to...
We'll hear it in the post anyways.
Yeah, I'll get rid of it. I'll mute Michael. You see his mouth moving, and it'll just be me on the mic going...
It's actually a really good joke.
Was it? Repeat it for the class.
No, I can't repeat it.
No, repeat it.
No.
Repeat it.
It was a really funny joke.
You'll
I think
hear
it was
it
actually
after. You'll hear
really
it
good.
after.
This is how you-
Write that one
This is how you
down.
kill a
should write it
joke or an
down.
insult. If someone says something, you go, sorry, what was that? Can you repeat that, please?
And you're like...
Where were we? We were in the middle of explaining that we are back in modern world, modern times, in one of the cradles of magic, a place where arcana is rife and beautiful. Dublin, Ireland. We find ourselves in a place where sanctuaries rule. They are the governing kind of body of the magic world. They make sure everyone stays under the radar of mortals. Everyone behaves themselves, and they all kind of run the place here. As we come to our game, you all know Hector Sprite, a remarkably unremarkable mage. He works at a place called the Repository, a vault/museum of arcane artifacts and history. You may see him pottering around in his kind of shabby kind of coat, button-up shirt that's a little skew-whiff, a little pot belly hanging out top, his balding kind of head there. You would see him nervously sweating. You, Thaddeus, would see him in the Repository. We find you in a museum with artifacts dotted all around the place, cloaking spheres, these balls that you kind of open and click, and they cloak a section of the world, make it invisible so you cannot be seen or be heard. A corridor that leads down to the replicas of the weapons of the ancients, weapons that killed the Faceless Ones thousands of years ago, an ancient scepter that blasted them away, a sword, a knife, a bow, and a spear. And off to the side there, the Book of Names, protected only by a red rope and the will of the ancients. Will of the elders being the guys in charge of the sanctuary. The Book of Names, an enormous tome that seems to flip and write itself, contains the names of everyone ever. Their given name, the name they're given at birth, their chosen name, the name they choose to give them power, and their true name, the name that gives them ultimate power, that in D&D terms would essentially bump you to level 20 instantly if you knew it. And that book just sits there behind a red rope, about 60 or so feet beyond it, flipping open. As you find yourself here in the repository, you see Hector Sprite chatting to a number of the guards. The guards are very well dressed, kind of slicked back hair, pale looking individuals that move with unnatural speed and grace. You see him come out of the security den where he kind of sits, where his office is, because he works there. And as he comes down, he starts to speak quietly to them. As he speaks quietly to them, you see they kind of shake their heads and move, glide away. And he kind of panics a little bit, glances towards the end of the hall where the vault is that keeps all the most important artifacts locked away. Has like a Magneto Cerebro, Professor X Cerebro-like door on it. And kind of looks around, catches your eye, waves, and kind of scurries off. Thaddeus, would you like to describe and introduce yourself,
Yeah,
please?
Thaddeus kind of tips his Newsies-style hat.
Why are you wearing one?
Yeah, actually, I have like the perfect. I saw
My
it, I was like,
Alaska cap.
That's. Oh, here, I'll play it. I'll wear it next time. It's kind of tattered, and he tips it. He has. He's like a male in his 30s. Some stubble growing out, a mustache. Nothing out down here.
Okay.
But this is just stubble. But
Like
just
Henry Cavill stubble mustache from Fallout?
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah. And he wears. He has like a trench coat on, very tattered and like worn. Underneath, he has like a vest that has like a silver chain that goes into his vest pocket. His pants, they kind of like what I'm wearing. A little bit capris.
Oh, hey, get the dogs in there.
Oh, Gripper's out for free.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Jake,
guys.
zoom in on that shit.
But yeah, his pants kind of come
Zoom
down
in, slow motion.
down to his like about halfway up his shins, but he's got like these kind of like diamond pattern socks that go up, and kind of worn in brown dress shoes, and yeah, he kind of has his hands in his pockets, and he's just kind of enjoying all these artifacts around the shop, and he's kind of curious where Hector Sprite went. And he's kind of like leaning around and seeing where the guards kind of might have gone. And
Yeah, you see that
not being sketchy, you know. He's not being sketchy.
You see that this is like a gallery, like a high-end gallery vibes here, like a museum, you know, drawers full of artifacts and things like that. You see Hector Sprite goes back into his office. You see the guards kind of gliding around. They make no sound. They seem to be so incredibly elegant. They have their eyes are almost like cat-slitted when you look at them. And as they move past, they say nothing. They just sweep past you with unnatural ease.
Kind of like, so you guys full time around here, or?
Looks at you, one of the guards, with a grin that reveals a slightly sharpened incisor on either side. They say, "Yes, we are. We trade off, but for the most part, it's part of the deal to keep this place safe and to keep us independent."
Oh, fascinating. So I take it you've been here a long time. Was he kind of just curious about the pointy teeth?
Kind of shuts his mouth and he says, "If you wish to know more about my people, I suggest you visit the Ballymun Apartments." As he says that, Hector Sprite scurries out and we zoom away to the Ballymun Apartments. We find ourselves in the slums of Dublin. The Balegde Apartments. We find ourselves in the slums of Dublin, an enormous apartment tower. Enormous, I mean, it's about 9-10 stories tall. It has the vibes of Dread or The Raid, this enormous kind of apartment complex that has a center atrium that goes all the way to the skylight at the top. Out front in the car park, we see junkies we see poor families kind of making their way in towards the Ballymun Apartments. As you look at the Ballymun Apartments from the outside, you see that from about floor 5 to 9, the outside is boarded up. All the windows are boarded up. And as you step in and we look up, we see the atrium that leads all the way up to the top, the ring of apartments around each floor. And indeed, as you look at floor 5 to floor 9, they are completely boarded up. The doors are boarded up, and the single elevator or lift at the back is boarded off. You cannot get off on the 5th to 9th floors. As we come to this moment and step in, we see more elegant, smooth kind of walking individuals. Some of them have a Victorian era look. Some of them have a modern era look. You see that there appears to be people who are kind of a little kooky, a little ratty haired. And we see impoverished families living here under the protection of curious individuals. We see that heading into the lift is a very emaciated young man. As he goes all the way to the top, ding, he steps out. As he steps out, we see on the top floor, we see a penthouse suite with a number of apartments around the outside. We see a number of similarly fanged individuals loitering around. This emaciated individual steps up to the penthouse. The guard at the front, a big burly looking individual, kind of nods him in. And as the door opens, we get a sliver of a darkened apartment. As we see the sliver of darkened apartment, an individual steps out in full matching tracksuit. You see that he is elegant but slovenly looking. long, greasy hair, pale, track marks on his arms there. As he steps out, he looks back at the individual that just stepped in and says, "Get yourself hooked up. I'll be with you in a moment." And he makes his way over to the lift. As he makes his way over to the lift, he rides it all the way down, and we see him meeting with Hector Sprite. Would you like to describe and introduce yourself, please, Ella Thornshade?
Hi, I'm Ella Thornshade. I'm a young enough girl. I think I'm about 22. And I'm fairly short. I'm maybe 5'2". And I've got long, greasy, dark hair that I have to constantly keep out of my face. And I'm quite underweight. I've got baggy jeans on me that are filthy and dirty and ripped, that are being held together with a shoestring. And I've got a large t-shirt on with a large long sleeve layered underneath it that the ends of them are all tattered and dirty. And and I've got about 3 different wallets in my pockets, weighing them down a little bit. And I've got big boots with steel toes on as well that kind of clonk as I walk around. And that's me.
We find you on that first floor, not too far from where you see Hector Sprite meeting with Moloch, the landlord, the slumlord of your residence here. Moloch kind of looks over at you, gives you a smile and a nod, flashes a toothy grin with fangs. And as he grins at you, you see the man that has offered protection to all these people in exchange for a steady supply of consensual blood. As you look, you see Hector Sprite kind of gesturing emphatically, Moloch standing there, shaking his head, kind of gesturing out in the direction of the city, and you watch as Hector Sprite kind of deflates a little bit and walks away and past you. Doesn't pay you any mind. You see this man walk back out into the car park, get into a rickety old sedan, and leave. Moloch kind of goes back to the stairs. Before he does, he calls across to you and he says, "You all right?"
Yeah, what did that guy want?
Nothing. He had a bit of a run-in with a couple of our folk at the repository. Wanted to know if there were a way to sway or change the minds of them. I told them our tenuous grip on our safety as people involved in hemocraft, hemalurgy, sangromancy. We need to obey the rules of the sanctuary, and thus we do.
I know you obey the rules. I would never say you didn't.
Good. I've got a fellow upstairs now who owes me a pint or two. You're welcome to come up and join me if you want.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Kind of gestures in as the lift closes and lifts up into the air. We follow Hector Sprite out as darkness falls, as he makes his way back into Dublin. As he makes his way into as he heads into Dublin there, we see him heading towards a pub known as Murphy's Law, a pub where mages are welcome, encouraged, and where the occasional mortal slips on in and everyone keeps their cool. As we step on in, we see Hector Sprite there at the bar, kind of drunken, mumbling away, very, very kind of worried. We see him glance towards a booth in the corner where there is a man shrouded in darkness, an enormous bald man in an impeccable suit with a box on the table there. He has another drink there. As he has another drink, he glances to his right. Would you like to describe and introduce yourself, Sundering King?
Yes, Sundering King, very tall, golden dragonborn, sitting there, cigar in his mouth, lit without the need of a lighter.
A flint or a lighter.
He just puts it in his mouth and it lights. Sitting there drinking, long duster, tight black tank top.
Yeah.
Sort of heavy duty, almost like somewhere between like jeans and cargo pants.
Cool.
Like long down, and then like a sturdy, well-worn pair of boots.
Cool.
As he sits there, sort of in his actual form. Long, like high gilded horns and like glowing red eyes. Just So you're gonna talk to him or what?
Hector Sprite looks up at you and goes,
How'd you know?
I can tell by the way you're sweating.
Oh, right. I may have answered a letter that I probably should have. And now
Kind of looks over in the corner.
probably should just talk to him, right?
Probably best not to keep him waiting.
Okay.
Kind of pushes the stool aside, gets up, walks across, sits in the corner. As he sits in the corner, the barkeep looks to be a woman in her late 40s, hair up in a messy bun. She's also wearing a tank top, real kind of rippled kind of arms there. You watch as she kind of comes over to you, pours you another drink, looks at a woman that's sitting like in the opposite corner to the bald guy, tousled, mousy blonde hair, white tank top, like motorcycle leathers, huge blade on her back, who's just kind of been sitting there drinking. Looks at you, the barkeep looks at you and says,
What do you think the chances are she'd go out with the bartender?
In what way?
serve yourself. I'm going to be busy for a second. She goes around the bar and goes to chat up this woman in the corner there. You glance across back towards where the enormous man was sitting. He is gone, and Hector Sprite is there with this box, kind of nodding to himself, blinking rapidly. He steps up and out of the bar.
I'll take the bottle. I'll quickly down my... Take the bottle with me, put it in the duster, and head out.
You head out. Are you following this man?
Yeah.
Roll me a stealth roll, please.
I'm not being stealthy.
Not being stealthy? Okay. You follow along behind this guy. I'm just going to roll a straight up... that's out of the box. Okay, he has a 4. He has no idea that he's just carrying this box kind of panically. You follow him down towards the docks. So you follow him down towards the docks. You come down past an establishment you know and recognize quite well, Bespoke Tailors. You head past that down towards the docks there, and you see a number of warehouses busy, getting loaded, unloaded, and he heads towards one up the far left near a supermarket up on the hill and a car park. And as he heads to that, you watch as he bangs on the door opens, he steps inside. You wait for maybe 40 minutes before he steps out again without the box and hurries away. As he hurries away, you take note of the warehouse. You follow along with him. You find him in a residential street as he heads into a tiny little house. As he heads into that tiny little house, that's probably it for the night.
Back to the bar.
You head back to the bar. As you head back to the bar, somewhere in the middle of the night, there is a muffled scream, a lot of blood, and we cut to the sanctuary in Dublin in an interview room where each of you are being held. A man is sitting across from you. He has very thin hair, a little wiry goatee. He is dressed as best as he can as a detective. Detective Remus Crux looks at you and says, "So you're one of the last to see Hector Sprite. Is that correct?"
I'm just a tourist. I'm here on business, and I thought I'd check out his shop, and he seemed a
His
little
shop?
bit... His,
The repository. The sanctuary owns the repository.
Well, he was, it seemed like he was the one in charge, and, well, he
You
seemed
watched him go to and from his office, I suppose.
well, not to, but from.
You kept an eye on him then.
Well,
Suspicious activity for a tourist.
All right, you're jumping to conclusions, I think, but, all I saw, he left his shop, seemed pretty disturbed, and, well, I tried to see where he went, but I lost track of him.
You know what I think? If you say tourist in an American accent, Southern American accent, it sounds like terrorist, and that might be what you are. Stay here.
All right.
We cut to him speaking to you. He looks at you and he says, "We have very little jurisdiction over the Ballymun apartments in the slums. I heard that you might have a connection there, and we brought you in because we thought maybe you need a better living space, better money, better way to live. Is that right?"
Can I get a juice box?
What?
Do I not get any kind of beverage?
1 second. Steps out. As he steps out, you're there on your own. As you're there on your own, you see through the little window that he is arguing with someone slightly off screen. You see like the brim of a dark hat and like a really nice kind of 3-piece suit, black leather gloves. he opens the door, and as he opens the door, he steps back in. He says, I have been informed that perhaps I've been a little too harsh. Here's your juice box.
Thank you.
You take the juice box. He says to you, what can you tell me about what Hector Sprite was saying to your slumlord, your landlord?
Nothing. I can't tell you anything. He wasn't talking to me.
I got you a juice box. You could at least give me something.
Look, I don't know. I asked him, and he didn't even tell me. He refused to talk about it, okay?
Ugh, bloody vampires and werewolves. And if it were up to me, that whole Ballymun apartment thing would be closed down. We cut across from that to you in the interrogation room. He looks at you and he says, we have footage, of you stalking behind Hector Sprite on the night that he was murdered.
What, it's not a free country that I can't go for a walk?
No, but you can't stalk someone, and you can't murder someone.
Who said I murdered anyone?
I'm saying it right now.
I just sort of loom a little bit over him.
He kind of shrinks away a little bit, and he says, well, if you didn't murder him, what can you tell me about his whereabouts and his doings?
He was dealing with someone in the bar, had some kind of parcel he had to drop off in that part of town.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Otherwise, then he went on his way, and I went back to the bottom of the bottle.
The bottom of the bottle? Oh, you mean you drank?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm not very good with these sorts of things. Okay, well...
Thought the Irish were supposed to be good at drinking.
I don't really have... I'm not Irish. I'm an import. I'm a very, very delicious import from England, in case you hadn't noticed. But then again, you don't really understand accents as far as I can tell. Okay, thank you. You're free to go. Doors open. You each step out and notice each other.
I remember you.
Yeah, you're the one that was getting... Yeah, now I remember.
No colluding with suspects, please. Head towards the administrator's desk. Get yourselves checked out. And gestures to a corridor ahead of you.
I told you to stay out of trouble.
I'm not in any trouble.
Then why are you here?
Malek's in trouble.
You watch as the guards, the armed force of most mages, most mage cities, cleavers, these tall, humanoid, helmeted, kind of grey individuals, full grey uniforms, helmets that block out their eyes, only their jawlines visible here, very Dread-esque once more. They have huge scythes strapped to their back and sickles strapped to their hips. These imposing, still, silent figures immediately step beside you as if to usher you down the corridor away.
Well, can I get at least my effects, please?
Please.
Some things were taken from me coming in here.
Can I get one more juice box before I go?
All right, juice box and effects.
They pull out their scythes and butt end first, kind of cross them behind you and start to step forward.
Jeez, all right.
Oh.
As they step forward, Crux at the front of you, looking back, smarmy, quite entertained with himself there. And you guys are led out through a winding corridor. The corridor ahead of you seems to be completely straight until you come to a T intersection. And as you turn down one side, Crux seems to know the way. You look back and it's now just a straight corridor, like it's erasing the turns behind you as you turn. You head down a set of steps, and as you get to the set of steps, you turn around and it's flat behind you. As you head through this strange, shifting maze of corridors, you are brought out into what is basically a dentist's looking office here. There is one set of doors that heads down and away. There is a huge double set of doors that are ornate, that look out of place. And there is a gentleman sitting behind the counter with a clipboard on his arm there, bespectacled. And you see he looks up and he says, "Oh, I see you're all done. Apologies for the inconvenience. Crux, the elders want to see you." And he goes, probably a promotion. And he heads to the huge double doors, swings them open. You see a huge kind of almost throne room beyond with three individuals sitting on chairs. The doors shut behind him. As the doors shut behind him, the administrator kind of looks and says, "Okay, Sundering King, Thaddeus, Gable, Ella Thornshade, you're free to go," and gestures to the other set of doors.
Thaddeus doesn't move and just looks at him and is like, I'm a little light for wares here.
Light for wares? What do you mean?
You guys took my weapons.
Oh, well, you're not supposed to have anything taken off you. That'll be Rebus Crux. He's a little unorthodox and a little inept sometimes. But,
who do I see to get my things back?
I'll speak to Mr. Bliss if you wouldn't mind sitting on the couch for just a minute, please.
Can you get me a juice box while you go?
Of course, yes. I'll get a juice box. Anything for yourself?
Nah, I'm good.
Right. Prestidigitation. Gets rid of the smoke there. They step on out, and you three are alone in this dentist office.
What brought you guys in here?
Took a wrong turn one night. Got accused of murdering a guy.
Someone died?
I was also accused of, well, not accused of murdering, but, what, the Hector Sprite guy? That's who he was talking about. He's
Yeah.
dead?
Apparently.
Oh, shit.
He's dead?
That's what I heard.
He doesn't own the, he's not the owner of the repository. You're from here, right?
I'm not from here.
We spend more time here, no?
Yeah.
Come on, man. We're inside.
Magic. Cancer doesn't exist. As you sit there, you hear footsteps down the corridor that you've been told to leave via. Door opens, and you see a tall individual with a dark kind of brimmed a hat there. You see a perfectly fitting suit, black gloves, and you see a stark white skeleton's head. A skeleton in a suit. Beside him, you see she's young, she's got dark hair, she's got very dark eyes, she's wearing a leather jacket that seems to be studded. And as they approach, you hear her say, "Well, that's the most amount of blood I've ever seen." And you hear him say, "Close to the most amount of blood I've ever seen." They look at you two, they stop in their tracks, and the young girl kind of looks and says, "Are these the ones that Crux brought in?" And you watch as the skeleton, just mouth moving in a perpetual grin, says, I would assume so."
Do you have anything to do, excuse me, do you have anything to do with us being brought in here?
"I'm not used to being interrupted." "Well, I mean, I interrupt you all the time." "Oh, that's true."
Well, we could just hear you were talking about us.
"Oh, they've been listening to our inner thoughts." "Skulduggery, our thoughts aren't inside." "Oh, I thought I was having a telepathic conversation. I'm so sorry. Skulduggery Pleasant, pleased to meet you. This is Valkyrie Kane, my protege, so to speak." "Well met."
Sundering King.
"Right. Sundering King. You're friends with a friend of mine, Ghastly.
Yeah.
I heard you beat the piss out of him once or twice."
Yeah.
Interesting.
Does that a lot, apparently.
Beats the piss out of people.
It's a pastime.
Interesting. What might your name be?"
I'm Ella Thornshade.
"Nice to meet you, Ella. You doing okay?"
I'm really thirsty.
"Thirsty. Valkyrie, you got a Diet Coke on you?" "I always have a Diet Coke on me." She hands
Thank
it
you.
over. As she hands it over, she's maybe, like 5 years younger than you, around that age. She kind of looks at you. She says, "I really like your T-shirt."
Thanks. I love your jacket.
Thank you. Ghastly made it. The guy that he beat the piss out of.
Oh my God. Why'd you beat him up?
Professional courtesy.
Skulduggery looks at you there and says, "I have had nothing to do with you guys being arrested, and if it were up to me, Remus Crux wouldn't be a detective at all."
Yeah, he was kind of a little shaky out of the gates.
Yeah, he's about as shaky as a shitting dog.
It really felt like I wasn't locked in there with him. He was locked in there with me.
Oh,
kind
really?
of vibes.
Rorschach situation.
A little bit.
Where are my manners? Thaddeus Gable of Gable's Pawn and Loan.
Mind if I call you Thadd?
Well, all my friends do.
We're friends now.
Takes off his glove and...
Skulduggery
hand.
takes off his, and you shake a bony hand.
Yeah. Very interesting.
Slips his glove back on. As he slips his glove back on, he says, "This whole Hector Sprite business is a little bit of a pain. It portends that something bad may be happening. I am unfortunately getting called to a potential prison break in Cold Heart. I was wondering if perhaps... I don't feel safe leaving this in the hands of Remus Crux. I wonder if perhaps I could leave Valkyrie with you, and you could keep yourselves out of trouble and maybe take a look into this whole Hector Sprite business."
Not really. Babysitter's not really my
Doesn't
speciality.
Valkyrie kind of looks and says, "First of all, not a child. You don't have to babysit me. I can take care of myself."
Fair enough.
Skulduggery looks and says, "It could pay if you play your cards right. I can look at getting you all deputized. We'd have to speak to the elders, but definitely could be something that you at least get compensated for." Your eyes lit up.
Yeah, I don't know if Malik would allow it, but if I got paid, I could give him the money, and I think he'd be okay with it.
Skulduggery kind of pauses for a second and says, just because you've had a situation thrust upon you doesn't mean you need to stay in it. And I would be careful what I trust Malik with.
He's been good to me.
Far be it for me to judge. Valkyrie looks and says, I have a house we can stay at outside of the city if you're looking for a safe house. And Skulduggery, can we use your car? Absolutely not. Okay, we're not using Skulduggery's car. We'll have to have a different means of transport. But Skulduggery's taught me a little bit about this whole Hector Sprite business. Skulduggery kind of opens his mouth to say something. Valkyrie leans in and says, he thinks it's Serpine. And Skulduggery kind of pauses for a second and says, I have my suspicions about Mevlant's ex-general, yes. Nefarian Serpine surrendered before the war ended, conveniently, and he's been in the mage town of Roarhaven ever since. Roarhaven, yes. They're a little backwoods there. They don't like mortals very much. They refuse to live in harmony with them. I suggest you take Valkyrie and maybe start having a look around. I only say this because you've been brought in, and while Remus Crux is an idiot, there are people who are not idiots who have now seen you brought in. You're involved whether you like to think or not.
Was anyone else brought in? I find it hard to believe that we were the only 3 that Remus interacted with, or that Sprite interacted with.
You'd have to ask Remus Crux here. I've been assigned to something else. You hear footsteps approaching, and you hear the administrator saying, right, well, so they wanted a juice box as well. And you hear a voice saying, that can be arranged. Door swings open. A 7 or 8 foot tall, bald man in an immaculate suit, shoulders as wide as this table, steps on out. Mr. Bliss, the man at the sanctuary in charge of the Cleavers, the armed forces here, steps out. He is known as the strongest man in the world. And as he steps out, he kind of looks at you all.
Don't tempt me. Don't put that.
He looks at you all and he says,
I hear Remus Crux has brought you in for questioning. I apologize for his ineptitude. Here is a juice box.
tiny in his hands, hands it to you. He looks and he says,
Your belongings.
Nah.
hands them to you.
Kind of like
Meh.
yeah, it's kind of like a satchel bag, and on the outside of the satchel there's like a coiled whip, and then in the satchel bag he like pulls out like a chest harness with a pistol inside, and he kind of takes his coat off, and you kind of see like it's not like a full 3-piece suit, but it's like a dress shirt with the vest and tie, and kind of puts his holster on.
You certainly know how to dress yourself.
Well, I have, see a lot of goodies in my day, and, pick up a few things here and there, and, yeah.
Good to know.
Also good to, fly under the radar sometimes.
Mr. Bliss kind of looks and says,
Will there be anything else?
and the administrator says, no, you can go back to dealing with your sister and whatever was stolen. And he kind of nods and says,
Stay safe.
and he turns and heads back into the corridor. Doors shut. Administrator gestures to the corridor that now opens up and says, Skulduggery, would you mind taking him out? And Skulduggery says, we've actually got a meeting with the elders. Valkyrie? Valkyrie kind of looks at you guys and says, yeah, of course. I'll lead you out, and maybe we'll have an adventure together? Possibly? Okay, don't be so enthusiastic. All right, this way.
I turned to the Sundering King. I was like, kind of feels like we're babysitting.
I mean, with you 2 around, I feel like I was already going to be babysitting.
What? I'm perfectly capable. I don't know about her, but I'm perfectly capable.
I was more worried about you.
You guys step down the corridor and you head into a space. As it opens up, you find yourselves in an abandoned waxworks museum. A huge statue of Phil Lynott, the lead singer for Thin Lizzy, stands in front of you. As it moves out the way, you see wax figures of Gordon Ramsay, of Margaret Thatcher, of various individuals.
Are they, like, good?
They're really good.
Oh.
They're good to the point where Valkyrie kind of looks at you, looking at them, and she says, I have a sneaking suspicion that if anything goes wrong here, those things will fucking come to life and fight.
We're gonna have to fight Gordon Ramsay.
Oh, I'm not kidding. Like,
I knew that. I knew that.
right. Of course you did. Okay.
Madame Tussaud needs to step it up, I guess.
Lead you through the Waxworks Museum to the opening. As you step out, every mage-heavy building to mortals looks abandoned, looks shuttered, looks ruined. And as you step out, this abandoned, ruined Waxworks Museum that hides the heart of the government here sits behind you. As you step on out, you see this beautiful, beautiful, like 1956 Bentley out front there. It's got Crowley's kind of car vibes from Good Omens. And Valkyrie kind of looks and says, "One day I'll get him to let me drive that."
Oh, so that's his.
That's his, yeah.
I can see why you wanted to.
Right. Yeah, take it for a spin. So I'm usually used to Skulduggery taking the lead, so I'll defer to you lot when it comes to looking into Hector Sprite and possibly clearing your names in Eyes of the Sanctuary and possibly avoiding getting hurt by anyone that thinks you might have done something to Hector Sprite.
All right. Well, since we're, I guess, in this together for the foreseeable future, we should probably familiarize ourselves with each other to a certain degree.
Yeah.
So none of you you're from here. You don't sound like you're from here.
No, I'm not from here.
But you settled up here?
Yeah, I've only been here a few years.
A few years.
Yeah.
So you know the lay of the land?
Not really. I spend most of my time at the apartments.
What about you? Besides, roughing up patrons at a local bar. Those guys had it coming, by the way.
Sure they did. No, I'm from stateside. I'm,
Oh, where you from?
you wouldn't know.
I'm from New York. I know everything in the
Believe
States.
me, the name of that place has been burned off the map. You won't know.
Did you burn it off yourself or what?
You trying to be funny or something?
Just curious.
I'm on vacation. You know, traveling the world. Partaking in local delicacies.
I definitely don't believe him.
No, me neither.
Been here about a decade bumming around.
Decade.
Decade-long vacation.
At least this part of it.
Yeah, how do you get time off for that?
Sounds like he's unemployed.
You find work where you go.
Self-employed.
How about you?
Glad you asked. Well, no,
I
I'm
know
just...
you said New York.
Yeah, so just been out here about a little over a week now, and it's... Americans, they don't really do too well when they travel, but...
You mean we don't do very well?
You also...
No, you said they, but you're American.
Yeah, well,
So you'd say we.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I've always been fine. Some kids these days.
But yeah, my I'm run a shop back in New York, pretty successful. You might have heard of it, Gable's Pawn and Loan. Anybody? Nope. Nothing?
I heard that I was supposed to avoid there.
What are you talking
So
about?
you
Avoid
jack
that
up your
who?
prices.
Well, the prices reflect the amount of invaluable objects that come through those doors and the amount of objects that I personally acquire.
Is that what you're doing now? Are you acquiring?
Maybe.
You'd want to go to the repository then.
I was at
They'd-
the repository
Oh.
when that frickin' Hector Sprite was scared off by something.
You were scared off by what?
I don't know. He just looked very nervous, and he had a couple guards in there with
With
well,
what?
What?
sharper teeth.
Sharper teeth.
I'm pretty sure they're vampires, right? I'm not.
There's sharper teeth people at the Ballymont apartment. Have you ever come across some of the sharper teeth people at the Ballymont apartments?
Once or twice.
Right. I hear that that the people in the Ballymont apartments and the surrounding environments, they're actually vampires and werewolves that have agreed to live in harmony with the sanctuary as long as they don't go out murdering indiscriminately. So they have some sort of weird, truce with the people around there.
That's ridiculous. No. It's
Oh.
just people that live there and
Right.
that's it.
Okay. Well, my mistake. It was scuttlebutt anyway. I didn't know whether to believe it or not.
It's just a rumor.
Okay. Like the rumors of necromancers, being all salty and, scary and living in graveyards. Well, they actually do live in graveyards.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's it's where all the necro happens, right?
Where all the necro happens?
Yeah. I mean, you can't be a necromancer and hanging out in a Walmart or something.
That's fair. I've never seen a necromancer in a Walmart.
I mean, see Walmarts these days?
There's plenty of old people close to death in them, I think is what he's saying. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's some necromancy.
It's just like you guys don't have Walmarts out here. It's crazy.
No. We try to steer clear of all the capitalist bullshit that you have, but
No.
don't always succeed.
To each their own, I guess.
Right.
Maybe we should start at the repository.
Does anybody have a car?
You guys are more local than I am.
How do you?
We got
Guess
Uber
we're
out
gonna
here or
walk.
something.
How have you? We could Uber, right? How have you been getting around for the last 10 years?
Calling cabs, walking.
Okay.
It's not that hard.
No, it's a walkable city apparently.
All right.
Oh, never been. This is my first time. Lovely city though.
Oh, glad you think so.
Reminds me of Boston a bit.
Of Boston?
Well, like
What about Boston?
the energy.
Oh. What are you trying to say about our country here? What are you trying to say about Boston?
Boston's a cool place.
Right.
It's no New York.
Austin's
but then
a
again,
cool
nothing
place
is.
coming from a New Yorker.
Yeah, nothing is. Well, New York is the coolest. I mean,
I'm adapting your accent.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my accent is. So I don't know.
What would you guys like to do?
Should we walk or cab?
I mean, first we got to figure out where we actually want to go.
My vote is the repository.
I second that.
That's where I initially saw him sort of freak out.
I
We
mean,
gotta
I
find out.
got a lead.
What's your lead?
What's your lead?
Saw him drop off a package at a house down by the docks.
Warehouse.
At a
Warehouse
house.
down by the docks.
Huh. Should we check that out during the day or should we wait till tonight?
I mean, one of them's more legal than the other.
What time of day is it? Is it still daylight?
Yeah, it would be like afternoon. Yeah.
Maybe
Like the next day they would have tracked down, discovered what happened, started to investigate, brought you guys in around, 3, 4 o'clock.
maybe the shop's still open, and once the shop closes, we can head over to
Warehouse?
a warehouse.
Sure.
I guess we gotta talk to the staff, find out if those guards are still working there.
Well, apparently, I think they they signed a long-term contract of some sort, and I think it's long-term, if you know what I mean.
Nope.
All right. But yeah, I'm sure they left. He probably left I don't know, an assistant or something manning the desk.
Excellent.
Speaking of which, I gotta make a call at some point.
As you guys, call a cab, is it?
No, I gotta call business back home.
You calling a cab? You driving? What's the plan?
I don't have a car. Calling a cab.
Calling a cab.
Call a
Excellent.
Call a cab.
You have a number on your character sheet called passive perception. It's on the left-hand side. It's a 14. Perception is what your character notices, and that insight down the bottom is what they can tell in reading someone's body language. If you ever want to know if someone might be untruthful, you can make what's called an insight check. You can ask to see if you read anything into their body language. If you ever want to look around to see if you notice items, people, anything like that, you make a perception check. So you can ask to look for things, do whatever you want. You have free reign here. With your passive perception of 14, you get the odd vibe that you're being watched as you leave the sanctuary here and as you call a cab.
All right, let me show you how it's done. I know how to call a cab. If anyone knows, it's a New Yorker. Hey, taxi! Ho, ho! And he's takes his hat off. Hey, whoa! What do taxis even look like in this place? There's no yellow fucking
Black
cars
cab
around.
vibes, I think. As
they're
it
like
pulls
black.
over, the guy looks at you and says, "Quit waving your hat around like you're a fucking psycho!" and drives off.
Hey, what? You're not gonna pick us? Fucking gabagool. Apparently, I'm Italian now.
You just eat gabagool? Did you just eat gabagool?
Yeah,
Something like that.
My guma, she's been telling me, Here we go.
I think I gotta lean
every
more
New
into that.
Yorker is
I think I
Italian,
gotta lean
Michael.
more into that.
some mutts in there.
The mutts.
You're Italian. Go
Mutts.
hard.
New York.
Yeah, you get the vibe that something is paying attention to you.
Maybe we shouldn't draw too much attention to ourselves right now.
Ho! What do you mean?
Something tells me if we're going to be looking into what happened to Hector Sprite, if anybody knows that the three of us saw him that same day when we're together,
Could draw some people out.
yeah, maybe we should try to fly under the radar.
All right, for now. But I think it might be a good idea to maybe even, act up a bit and get those people sort of...
Cab will be here in a few minutes. It'll just be on the corner.
How do you know? What do you mean?
I called them.
You.
Cab pulls up nice and quietly.
These days, what are you gonna do?
Nice and quietly.
You know, cell phones, modern
I
technology.
know cell phones, but we've forgotten where we come from.
As the cab pulls up, you're able to jump in and ride it across
The
town.
4 of us.
Yeah. Someone next to the driver, pissing him off, but next to the driver, probably you, and 3 of you in the back.
We're in the opposite. No,
Taking
we're
up
not on
half
the opposite
freaking
side.
back seat.
Yeah.
Is this the opposite side in
Yes,
Dublin?
in Ireland, yeah.
You're tiny.
Yeah, me, Valeria.
As you and Valkyrie, kind of squish in together there, the car takes off and drives towards what looks to be a very brutalist, like utilitarian-looking building. It's like a cement block inside a chain-link fence with a guard shack. Almost looks like a corrections facility. To the outside, to mortals, this is a run-down, old, Chernobyl-esque looking building. To you guys, you see the repository, almost like a modern art museum. And you see inside the chain link fence, kind of wandering around the perfectly kind of manicured grass, you see 2 very elegant, well-dressed individuals moving gracefully, who may or may not have cat-slitted eyes and sharp fangs. As you step up to the guard shack, you see that there is a pair of cleavers, these gray-clad individuals with signs on their back. They give you one look over, they look at Valkyrie, and they just kind of gesture forward. The boom arm goes up, and you're able to step forward out of the cab, step forward, and head towards the entrance to the repository.
It's a good sign that they're still open, I think.
You step into the repository, you see before you a modern art kind of museum, but instead of modern art, there are artifacts, magic items dotted around the place. Capes, mantles, potions, rings, bracelets, tiaras dotted around the place here. And as you step on in, you see those another 2 of those guards just kind of gracefully moving. You see a small school group kind of wandering around. As the school group wanders down a corridor, you see they head towards the big Cerebro kind of vault door. They look to the left, and you hear the teacher say, "And that's the Book of Names. It's protected by the will of the elders. Not just the red tape. No, not just the red tape. And over here we have the weapons of the ancients. Tell us about the ancients." Well, the faceless ones created everything, and they created the ancients, humans. The humans turned against the faceless ones, as the faceless ones were horrible, horrible gods, and they created weapons to kill them. The first created was the scepter, and you see on this like tapestry there is a strange, almost like the one from Constantine, like a scepter that's about that long with a dark kind of black purple crystal blasting and turning one of these huge kind of slender man the size of a planet figures into dust. You see that the other ancients have bows and arrows and things like that. The teacher kind of gestures around and says, "But the scepter of the ancients is the most powerful of all. Anyone can use it." And the kids are like, as they chitter around a little bit, you watch as the teacher says, "And then the ancients turned on each other," and they kind of move away. You guys find yourselves here in the repository. I hand it over to you guys to see what you would like to do.
Quite the world we live in, eh? Who would have thought?
So where were you when you saw Hector?
Well, I've heard, us shop owners, we hear of other shops, and, so I thought I'd make a visit out here and see what Hector had to offer. Maybe even wanted to trade something or...
Well, it's not a shop. You know that, right?
Yeah, but everything's a shop.
Not really. It's a museum.
Yeah,
Americans
There's a
think
vault.
They can buy anything.
Yeah.
Trade goods, service, acts of services.
Try to buy something. I fucking dare you.
Well, I don't need to buy anything right now. I'm more looking for stuff.
Are you looking for something in particular?
No.
Oh, right.
Not really.
Because we could always see if we can find someone to ask to show us around.
Yeah.
Kind of gestures to a staff-only door, the one that you saw Hector Sprite head in and come back out of.
Right now, it's just the feeling. And then Thadd pulls out his pocket watch and he kind of just circles his thumb around. And I'd like to make just an investigation check to see if any objects or stuff
stand out.
Springs out to me.
Go ahead and make an investigation roll.
That's 18, 19, 20, 21.
21.
20, 20. Just 20. Plus 2.
Okay.
I thought it was a plus 3.
Michael, your counting never ceases to amaze me.
Especially with these difficult dice.
with a dirty 20, you glance around. Almost every item here kind of stands out to you as being usable, right? I think what stands out in a 20 is if all this stuff here, like an invisibility orb that does an AoE of invisibility, is out in the open, and these replicas of weapons, what's in the vault? There must be some really good stuff in the vault. Really, really powerful stuff in the vault. You also glance towards the Book of Names, which is just protected by a rope, and with a 20, there might be a spike of curiosity of, like, the will of the elders is protecting this, but it's, like, surely you could just, like, telekinesis and grab, like, it's just there, right? I think the thing that would stand out to you most would be that there is what looks to be like an old kind of grandfather clock that's in a glass case that's just ticking and moving, and then occasionally it kind of falters, and then like it starts again, tick tick tick, like it's on a loop, like inside that glass case it's ticking back and forth, and then like reality shifts and the time goes back, like it's reliving the same cycle of time over and over. But yeah, I think you would find that almost anything here you could grab and use instantly. A lot of stuff without attunement. The tough part would be dealing with the guards.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a treasure trove of magic items. You see a deck of cards there splayed out.
No, Jake, no.
You see a whole bunch of
Magic.
stuff there.
Getting a druggie right where he's.
Oh, trust me, I've got other goodies that I like our deck of many things that I was like, we need it anyway.
Yeah, I'll definitely try and see if there's like a staff member, someone behind a desk, or someone doing stock or something.
Yeah, no one pulling the bottles to the front of the shelf or anything like that. You do see the staff door, and there's a little bell on the side, like a little ding dong bell.
Just ding,
Fring. As you ring the bell, moving incredibly quickly in an instant, just the brush of hair, one of those guards moves immediately up to you and kind of smiles and says, "I recognize you."
Oh, yeah. I thought you guys were just sort of security for places like this. You can help with curiosity.
I'm here to make sure you don't step through the door without permission.
That's why I rung the bell.
That's why I'm here. And he's kind of standing here waiting, and you hear footsteps.
1 second.
The door opens. To anyone else, he's a big, chubby, overweight man. To you guys, he is an elephantine individual, like a huge humanoid elephant. As you see this elephant man dressed in like a button-up shirt, the same kind of outfit that Hector Sprite have, he kind of pushes past. He says,
Relax. They're customers, they're clients.
and kind of steps on out and adjusts himself. He looks, he says,
Curator Hayworth at your service. How may I show you around the repository here?
Yeah, just I'm.
Oh, you're not from around here?
No.
It's been a long time since I visited the American sanctuaries and the American museums and things. We've got many artifacts from your country.
You ever visit Gable's Pawn and Loan?
Gable, what Gable?
Gable's Pawn and Loan? You never heard of it?
We have people that go out and
He's
source.
kind of talking and goes, "Here's my card.
Okay.
You just
tucks
keep in touch."
He kind of looks and he says,
touch.
Well, how can I help a set of tourists?
I'm curious about the big old grandfather clock back there.
Yes.
What can you tell me about it?
It's an artifact that was coincidentally found in your homeland. It belonged to a family of mages by the surname of Rift. Propensity towards chronomancy. This clock itself, when placed in a place, and you hear that?
inside joke. I created a character that was a Dilf, and they kept calling him Dilf over and over and over.
Oh,
so,
fun.
Yeah, very fun.
When placed in a place and activated, you basically have command over time in that space. That's how people create casinos and shops and things where you go in and you can spend hours, but no time passes on the outside. It's a very powerful item.
Very good. Very good.
Yes.
Yes.
By the way, this whole time I'm very nervous around the guard.
Yeah.
I know him.
Okay. Roll for me. Are you going to try and hide and stay away, or?
I think yeah, sure.
Great. So go ahead and roll either a stealth or a deception roll. It's up to you, in order to hide the fact that you are who you are.
And I'm gonna do deception.
Okay, go for it. 8 plus.
Oh.
You scroll down your skills there.
Deception plus 2.
Plus 2.
10.
10. Okay. As they're having this conversation, Valkyrie just kind of nudges you and says, don't look now, but those guards are looking at you funny. And you see that same guard is now like 30 feet away, talking to the other guard, looking over at you, kind of gossiping back and forth.
I turn my back to them.
Do you know them?
Yeah, I know them pretty well.
Kind of looks at the other two as they're engaged with this elephant guy.
They're at the Belmont apartments with me, and I was just with them last night.
Doing what?
You know, just hanging
yeah,
out.
no,
just,
yeah,
just
of course,
having
of
dinner.
course, of course. Do you need to get out of here?
I
We
think
can
it's
go.
okay as long as they don't really recognize me.
One comes, stands right in front of you, looks down at you.
Little Ella Thornshade, what are you doing here?
Hi, Derek. I'm just on a little trip.
Are these friends of yours?
No, I don't know them. I just wanted to come say hi to you.
Looks back.
See you at work.
Oh, well, very kind of you. Are you going to be partaking this evening?
Of course. I'm going to be back in as soon as I'm done here. I just wanted to say hi.
Right, you've said hello?
I'll be on my way.
Right.
He stands and watches you. And Valkyrie kind of looks at you two, just kind of nods to the door and says, right, well, Ella, we should probably head off now that you've seen Jarek.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she kind of links her arm in yours
Yeah.
and leads you to the door there.
Yeah.
As she leads you to the door there, she leans across and she says, like Skulduggery said, far be it for me to kind of judge what's going on here, but if you need to get out of somewhere, you can let us know.
I know, but they are everywhere.
They really are. Let's talk about us when we're outside.
Okay.
And kind of leads you outside into the fresh air and towards the guard shack there. As she leads you out towards the fresh air into the guard shack there, she says, I'm well aware that what Moloch does is good for a lot of people, but it can't be for everyone. If you need to have a tough conversation with him, there's no one I'd want...
What was I calling you? Can I have our WhatsApp?
Hello?
It was like FaceTime.
Can I help you? No, you're just being rude.
I'll
Okay,
answer.
bye.
Well, you didn't answer, man.
It hung up real quick.
Yeah, I hung up right away.
You're like, oh, what?
Thank God it was you, honestly.
She looks at you and she says, if you need to have a tough conversation with Moloch at some point, honestly, there's no one I'd rather have by my side than Skulduggery. Failing that, kind of gestures to Sundering King, he'd be great to have standing next to you as you confront someone. Anyway, not my place to say.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just chill for a bit.
We'll just hang out here while they talk to the
Yeah,
guards.
yeah. You smoke?
Yeah.
Pulls out a pack of cigarettes.
Amazing.
Mages, no cancer. Cigarettes, cool. You guys back inside. This elephant individual, this Loxodon, continues to kind of warble on and say,
It's probably the most dangerous and expensive item we have on display. We, of course, have much, much more in the vault.
Well, yeah. What constitutes leaving something in the vault away from
Well,
people to
it
see?
comes down to what the sanctuary kind of thinks is worth kind of keeping in there, and some people have private vaults as well. For instance, the Bespoke family have a whole bunch of things in there. The Pleasant family have a couple as well. The sanctuary has deemed that the scepter of the ancients be locked away in there. It's a replica that's outside, but we have the real one in there. The other weapons of the ancients, we're not quite sure where they are. The sword, the bow, the lance, the dagger, but
still out and about, eh?
out and about, yeah, kill you with a single strike, apparently. Like the scepter of the ancients, which is, safely tucked away. My dearly departed colleague was in charge of that whole thing there.
Oh, I'm sorry for your loss.
Oh, yeah, it's all right.
Colleague,
Yes.
was it Is it the owner of the shop or the?
Oh, no one owns this. I'm the curator. It's not a shop. It's a museum.
Right. Sorry.
And the sanctuary kind of
American
owns
over
all
here.
of the items. Oh yes, you're big into ownership, right? In the Americas, I've heard that. I've heard it took you a long time to deal with not owning things.
Yeah. A little too long.
What was it? An accident with your departed colleague?
Oh no, they're murdered. Would you believe?
Murder.
Apparently, a horrific. His house is currently cordoned off, and the sanctuary have got it they're doing their investigations. A lot of blood.
Was he in? Was I in this shop earlier today or yesterday? Yesterday.
Yeah.
Was he there yesterday? Because I was in the shop before. And
Oh, you were. Yes, he was here yesterday.
He's-
Yes.
oh, yeah, he did seem kind of
Oh, you saw him?
disturbed. Well,
Did
briefly.
he?
He gave me a nod. I gave him a nod back, and he kind of out the door. Grabbed
Yeah.
something real quick, and
He was he got a letter from someone a while ago, and he's not been the same ever since.
that'll do it. Probably like a family thing.
Anyway, interested in looking at anything more, or perhaps renting a space in the vault there grants you access to the vault?
How much would it be to rent a space in the vault?
Well, yearly it is 20,000 gold piece.
They're like a monthly payment plan or
Monthly payment plan, yes. Let me get my payment plans out here. Monthly, it would be 2,000 gold piece. So you're actually saving money by doing the yearly subscription.
Mind if we take a look at one of the vaults just so we can see what we might be storing in there, just to make sure it's big enough.
Kind of thinks for a second. Roll a persuasion roll for me.
Yeah, boy.
16.
16's not bad. He kind of looks at you. He looks at you and he says,
Perhaps not today. I'll clear it with the sanctuary first, but maybe come back another day. Maybe I could give you a call. I've got your card. Maybe I'll give you a call and let you know when the sanctuary are done making sure everything's safe and sound.
Of course. But me and my friend, we're just a little. And he pulls out his watch, tight on time. And as he like circles the watch, his eyes kind of go like
like a car.
a dark. No, it turns to like a starry night kind of thing, very briefly. And I'm gonna cast Charm Person.
Let's go.
What is the saving throw you need?
It's not high. It's Wisdom 13.
Okay. Let me grab his stat block real quick. Here we go. Wisdom 13.
Yeah, no, never mind. We're good.
Tell me, what are the components for this spell?
Verbal and somatic.
Okay. I need you to make a sleight of hand check, or you are going to be seen making the somatic components to this spell, because there are guards here for a reason.
That's not good. That's a 3.
Okay. Here's what happens.
Hopefully he's charmed. He's like, no.
What is the DC?
13. Wisdom.
14 on the die. Couple things happen. First thing that happens is there is a rush, and as you're making the gestures, your hand is grabbed, and as your hand is grabbed, impossibly strong, delicate hand, impossibly strong, and you watch as the nails start to extend and dig into your skin. You turn, you see this, what we now know as a vampire, right next to you, hand on your wrist, saying, "I wouldn't do that if I were you." And you watch as you watch as Hayworth kind of looks and goes,
I did. Inappropriate. Please, I kindly ask you to leave. Don't make a scene in front of the children. We don't want any violence here.
My
I'm
apologies.
grieving.
I just thought
I
it
am
was
grieving.
Of course. We just do things a little differently across the pond.
Of
My
course, you're
mistake,
very
my mistake.
forward. You're lucky. That's why. Yes.
Really
that's
hitting
just gonna
those stereotypes there, huh?
What's my excuse for getting out of there? You got to use what you got.
as you kind of put the watch away, he kind of looks at you. The guard kind of puts a hand off you, but gestures towards the door. Very dangerous looking individual. As Hayworth kind of looks and says,
I'll call you about the.
keeps glancing at where you put your watch away.
I'll call you about the vault. The potential for the vault there.
You have my card.
Yes, I Yes, I do.
Tip my hat to him.
Kind of nods and goes back into the staff office as you guys step out and find Valkyrie and Ella there
smoking's
smoking.
bad for your kids.
Valkyrie kind of looks and
I'll
says,
take one of those.
hands you another one.
Would you?
Oh, we're all smoking. Don't smoke, kids.
I got my own.
As you guys step on out, the four of you, I hand it over to you guys with a little bit more info in your pocket.
So we got a letter. He got a letter.
You got a letter? What did it say?
I don't know. Well, we don't have the letter, but he got a
He
letter
mentioned
earlier.
something about a letter.
And I think that letter affected him and led him to whatever this package going off to the.
That Mr. Bliss guy.
Yeah.
That was the same guy that was at the bar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, so he got a letter that scared him, and then he went and grabbed a package and delivered it to a warehouse?
He was given a package.
He was given a package.
By Mr. Bliss.
Oh.
Don't get my hopes up. It's only ever my mom who calls me, so it's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like when you get a message, like a text or an email from your agent, and you're like,
Oh my god.
and they're like, have you updated your sizes? Because I know, and you're like,
Oh, fuck. I got one the other day. The subject was offer, but it was for like an online like casting director thing. I was like, offer?
yeah.
You can't do that. Don't put offer in the
Straight
word.
to offer? Yeah.
I didn't even audition for anything.
We're also thirsty.
I just
We're also
got it.
thirsty. Yeah, hand it over to you guys.
Okay, so
Oh, Mr. Bliss. Remind me.
Tall gentleman, strongest man in the world.
Was he in there?
No,
he was
in
at
the
the precinct.
He was in the
over
precinct.
at the
Yes.
dentist.
He got the juice box. Yeah,
Came
juice
out.
box guy. Right.
He's Mr. Bliss is in charge of. He's pretty much the security guy for the sanctuary, for the cleavers. There, he's in charge of all of them. He's apparently been liaising with Nefarian Serpine, kind of dealing with that whole what do you call it, truce that's been bargained there. Because what about him?
Well, he was at the bar last night, and he gave a box to Sprite, and
Was there an exchange? Did he give her the letter? Did they exchange the letter for the box?
no, he just sat down.
You're saying that Mr. Bliss is in on? You gotta be very careful. He can kill a man in one punch.
Well, none of this could even have to do with the murder. It could just be Mr. Bliss could be innocent. It could just be that he was handing off a package.
Right.
But maybe that package got them killed.
Where'd the package go?
To a warehouse.
And he didn't make any stops along the way? He didn't go home first?
No, he went directly to the warehouse.
Warehouse? Where did he go after the warehouse?
I don't know, I got bored after a bit.
Our list is getting long, so we need to find a letter. We need to go to that warehouse, see if the package is even still there, find out what this package is, and talk to Mr. Bliss.
The letter could be in his office. It could be in his home. The warehouse. Yeah, you're right.
Oh,
We
no,
gotta-
he did go to a place after the warehouse. Yeah? No.
home.
Yeah, he went home, yeah.
So you know where he lives?
Yeah.
Should we go talk to his missus? Is he married?
Was he got a missus?
I don't know.
Make an insight check, all of you, all three of you. Insight on Hector Sprite.
20?
D20, yeah, and add
Fuck's
on your
sake.
skills where it says insight. You can toss it on the table if you want, Charlotte, as well, or even
I
down
like it
here.
here.
Whatever's gonna make the best noise for you,
It's a 5.
because I gotta hear this.
It's a 6.
It's a what? A 6?
It's a 7.
Oh my god.
5, 6, 7, let's
Do you
go!
have insight?
5, 6, 7. Oh,
Oh, you have a +6. So 13.
So 13.
Wow.
13.
There you
With
go.
a
You guys got
13,
us.
by your professional opinion, probably single. Yeah. It's
he
got that
was
classic
kinda not.
Briganti look a bit.
That was crazy.
I do it because I want you to. Okay, let's keep going. I'll cut that out. That's fine.
No, keep it in.
Keep it in.
We
Everyone
need
needs to know.
consistency in the bits. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably a loner.
So we could stop by his place before.
I mean, if he's dead, no one's at his house.
Well, if he's dead, and if it was found there, I think it's probably a crime scene.
We probably got the letter, unless he stole the letter somewhere.
Was he killed at home? Do you know? Valkyrie, do you have any idea where he was killed?
Yeah, killed at home.
Well,
Oh,
there we go.
fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, how was he murdered?
I don't know. All I know is I went.
A lot of blood.
Yeah.
There's a lot of blood.
I've been with Skulduggery for a while, and I've seen a lot of fucked up shit. I don't know. It was bad.
Okay.
Wait, who
What are you
who's
now?
this? No. Who's this Skulduggery fellow? All right, because he's got a lot of aura following him around.
Skulduggery.
Yeah, he's pretty
Skullduggery's
fucking cool.
Skullduggery's
You don't know who Skulduggery is.
Even I've heard his name.
Skulduggery is the detective. He knows how to get shit done. In the war, he and a group of people, including Ghastly Bespoke, were like a strike force team for the good guys. They were called the Dead Men because they did the jobs that they should be dead from. He then actually died. It's not for me to say how and why, but there's a reason he hates Serpine. Serpine did some nasty shit and Skulduggery died. He was gone for 5 or 10 years or something like that, and then just walked back as a skeleton.
So he wasn't always.
He wasn't always. Yeah, yeah.
He walked back from where?
We're not sure. He was gone. His body was gone, as was his wife and child. And he came back. And people say that the necromancers might have had something to do with it. But they're a notoriously secretive bunch. Moody fuckers. But yeah, he's just the greatest person I've known. Infinitely trustworthy. Above table. Skulduggery and Valkyrie are the two in this whole campaign that you can trust.
How old is he?
I don't know. He has to be around 500. But again, most people are, you know. I think he was in his hundreds when the 300-year war started, and then they won that, and now he's... I don't know how old he was when he died, but now that he's a skeleton, I'm not sure if he can die. I don't know. I don't
Age becomes a little bit of a weird thing, I guess, when you're undead.
Yeah. Where are we going? We can walk and talk, I guess.
I think maybe scope out his place.
Right? Yeah.
Was the warehouse close to it?
It was not really.
Okay.
I think if anything, when we get to the warehouse, that's where we're gonna find trouble. If trouble's gonna be lurking around anywhere.
I think Trouble's probably already going to find us no matter where we go.
As you say, trouble's going to find us wherever we go. You guys get in a cab and head towards...
Oh, Trouble, my old friend. Hello.
Head towards Hector Sprite's house, and as you do, a dark kind of black car peels around a corner and follows you guys. And that's where we're going to leave our session. Ooh.